Now, in a crucial review today, India has abstained from the IMF vote on Pakistan's loan program, citing terrorism concerns. Now, the International Monetary Fund has examined two key lending programs for Pakistan, a $1 billion extended fund facility and also a fresh $1.3 billion resilience and sustainability facility. Now, India has pointed out that rewarding continued sponsorship of cross-border terror sends a very dangerous message to the global community, and it makes a complete mockery of the global values. Now, India raised some strong concerns over the efficacy and credibility of the IMF programs in the case of Pakistan, pointing to its very poor track record in implementing reforms and also honouring the program conditions. Now, Pakistan has been part of IMF programs for about 28 long years, including 4 in just the last 5 years. India has questioned as to why, despite these frequent bailouts, Pakistan continues to seek some fresh funding, highlighting a failure in either program design, monitoring or implementation. Now, earlier in the day, India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said that India will put forth its stance on getting Pakistan's aid from the IMF.
We have an executive director at the IMF, meeting of the board of the IMF, and I'm sure that our executive director will put forward India's position. The decisions of the board are a different matter. You know the process through which they are made. But I think the case with regard to Pakistan should be self-evident to those people who generously open their pockets to bail out this country.
Interesting. And to give us more updates on this, we are joined by our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Zabil, who's joining us over the phone line. Siddhant, what are the implications of India, abstaining from a vote for funding for Pakistan from the IMF?
Well, we're waiting for the final decisions by the IMF. I'm waiting for the release, basically. But very interesting and hard-hitting statement by India. India basically saying that what's the use of a bailout package to Pakistan? It has a poor track record and misuse of debt finance funding for state sponsorship of cross-border terrorism. Also pointed out to the role of the Pakistani military, which the Indian release says is deeply entrenched, interference in economic affairs, which pose significant risk of policy slippages and reversal of reforms. Also pointed out to the sponsorship of cross-border terrorism, which sends a dangerous message to the global community and exposes funding agencies, donors to reputational risk and makes a mockery of the global values, and also points out to the concerns of the funding being used to support cross-border terrorism, which is something that the Indian statement says resonated with several other member countries. So, all in all, a strong stance by India at the IMF and clear messaging that Pakistan, if it supports terrorism, then it is not going to get Indian support to get a bailout package.
Joining us with all those details then.